friends, how are you all? Welcome to Nidhi's Creative Zone. Today I am going to share with you how you can preserve these tomatoes for a longer period of time in the freezer. So first of all, we have to separate the tomatoes that are hard and that are soft. So how we can figure it out? You have to take the tomato and then press it little bit. If it is hard, that means you can preserve it like this. And here is the another tomato. This is little bit soft, so we are not able to preserve this. So similarly, we can separate it, hard tomatoes and the soft tomatoes aside, and then I will show you what is the next step we have to do. Take a container and fill it with the water and start washing the tomatoes. Clean all the dirt and dust from the tomatoes. You can use the sink also if you want to wash it together, and keep it aside. Here is the second time I am washing my tomatoes. I have done washing my tomatoes twice. Now I am going to spread it on the newspaper. Here I have spread the tomatoes on the newspaper. Allow it to dry for 10 to 15 minutes in the air like that. You can wipe it off with the cotton cloth and dry it like that way also, but here I am using the air dry method. Here I have taken some of my dry tomatoes from the tomatoes that I have dried on the newspaper. So now I am going to show you how you can preserve the tomatoes. First of all, take one tomato, cut it into two halves like so, and as I am showing you here, remove the green part, or you can say it's a core part of the tomato. You have to slightly remove that part from both the pieces like so, and put it in a tray or plate. You can select the size according to the size of your tomatoes. Here is a little bit big tomato, so I am going to cut it into 4 pieces like so. Similarly, I am going to remove the green part, or you can say the core part, from this tomato also. Cut all the tomatoes like this. And here is my tray is full, so now I am going to put this tray in the freezer for about half an hour. Now I am going to finish the rest of my tomatoes, cutting in the same way as I have done earlier, and after that I am going to keep all those tomatoes tray in the freezer. So here is my first tray that I have kept in the freezer half an hour before. So as you can see, it starts freezing. And this is my second tray that I have kept in the freezer. So as you are able to see the white thing, that means your tomatoes are ready to store. So now what is the next step we have to do? Let's see. Now take a Ziploc freezer bag. Here I have taken the bigger one. You can choose according to your requirement. You can choose small freezer bags. Now I am going to put both the trays in this bag. Here I have done fill with one tray, and now I am starting with the another tray. Now you have to remove all the excess air from the bag by pressing with your hand. And now if any air is remaining in the bag, you have to, first of all, you have to press the zip halfway and then fold it like I am showing you here. Now close the zip part of the freezer bag Now our bag is ready to go in the freezer. Here is my another bag that I have previously stored before 15 days in the freezer. Oops, sorry. The color and the texture is same. Whenever you want to use these tomatoes, you can just remove it from the freezer bag before 10 to 15 minutes and then again close the ziplock and remove the excess air by pressing it with your hand and store it in the freezer again. In that way you can store your tomatoes 3 to 5 months. If you like my idea of storing the tomatoes, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you have your own idea of storing the tomatoes, please share in the description box. I am happy to hear your idea. Thank you. Thanks for watching.